Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Dortmund career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Up first, we're taking on Lokomotiv Moscow for our fourth game in our Group Stage Champions League. We then take on Stuttgart at home in the Bundesliga for the second game in today's episode. And then to finish off today's episode, well, we're taking on a very difficult team, a team that is currently in third position, one place above us, with only 2 points between us. We're taking on RB Leipzig away from home. Now, at the end of the last episode, we touched upon which games we'd be playing and which one we would be simulating. I was a little bit stuck between the Lokomotiv Moscow game and the Stuttgart game as to which one of them we should simulate, because 100% we've got to be playing the game against RB Leipzig. Unfortunately, I did leave a comment down below on the last episode, but nobody replied to it. And the comment was, which game should we play in the next episode? FC Lokomotiv Moscow in the UCL or Stuttgart in the Bundesliga? Comment below. Nobody left a comment. So after 5 or 6 minutes of thinking about it, I'm going to simulate the game against Lokomotiv Moscow and I'm going to play the game against Stuttgart. And the reason for this is in Season 1, we managed to win the Champions League. And I said, if I'm between the Champions League and the Bundesliga in Season 2, I've got to put all my focus into the Bundesliga. I would love, before we retire at Dortmund at the end of Season 2, to have won the Champions League in our first season and won the Bundesliga in our second season. So I have to put my focus into the Bundesliga, which is why we're going to be playing the game against Stuttgart at home in the Bundesliga. The good thing is as well with Lokomotiv Moscow is we just back out and have a little look at the table. We are currently 3-3, 3 played, 3 wins, 9 points. If we get the win over Lokomotiv Moscow, we will be guaranteed a place in the knockout stages of the Champions League. Now, it just depends whether we finish top or Chelsea finishes top. Now, Chelsea might drop points to Dynamo Kiev, pushing us well and truly into the lead and potentially sorting out that top position. But realistically, whether we finish first or second in the group, as long as we get through to the knockout stages, I don't really mind. But before we dive into the first simulated game against Lokomotiv Moscow at home, we are going to do my favourite part of the videos, and that is jump over to the comment section. So the first comment is actually from myself, and what I'm doing now, guys, is I leave comments and I want to make you guys aware of them in case you haven't seen them. But guys, if you have an Instagram account, then be sure to go and check out my latest giveaway. It's a brand new Turtle Beach PX22 headset, and I've left the link. If you guys have Instagram and don't follow me already, definitely go and check out that link. I'll also leave it down below in the description. Follow me on Instagram. And so far, I've only ever done, I do a lot on stories, which if you guys aren't sure what that is, I just post little clips throughout my day showing you guys what I'm up to, whether I'm cooking my tea, whether I'm going somewhere, whether I'm unboxing something, whether I've just won something like that. I just tend to post little snippets throughout my day so you guys can see what I'm up to. As for actually posting pictures, so far, although my Instagram is not going to be a giveaway Instagram, so far we've done 2 giveaways. We give away a Liverpool shirt, the purple away kit, I do believe, or was it the third kit? I think it was the away kit from 2017. We give away one of those shirts, which a gentleman called George won. So if George, if you're watching this, congratulations on winning that shirt. And at the moment, I'm running another giveaway for a Turtle Beach PX22 headset. So if you guys haven't already gone and checked out that giveaway, go and check it out. All you've got to do is like the picture, drop a comment down below and tag a friend that you think would be interested in having this headset. And the reason I'm giving it away, guys, is it's brand new. It's sat in my office storage for probably 18 months now. I'm never going to open it. I've got my own Turtle Beach. I've got other headsets that I use for PC. I'm never going to use it. So I thought, instead of it just sitting in a cupboard, why not give it to you guys? And then we'll get its full potential used out of it. So I thought, why not give it away? So that's exactly what I'm doing. Next comment coming in from Charlie saying, great video, mate, as always. Seems like you improve as each episode goes on. What a massive win over Bayern. Can't wait for the next episode. Well, Charlie, thank you very much. Here is your next episode. As for improving, I'm glad that you think that. I personally don't feel it. I think so far the last episode was literally called Losing the Dressing Room. And the reason I feel like that is because I feel like there's certain players within the starting 11 that just don't want to play for me. We lost 2-0 to FC Köln, and then we drew 0-0 to Werder Bremen. And I just feel like they're games where we should be picking up maximum 6 points from those 2 games. But then we take on a team like Bayern and we beat them 5-0. And we simulated the last game in the last episode. And I do believe, I can't remember who it was against, I'll go and check it out, but I'm sure we won 4-0. So it was against Augsburg. We won 4-0. We beat Bayern 5-0. But then you come up against a team like Werder Bremen. It's a 0-0 draw. We lose 2-0 to Köln. Lokomotiv Moscow, we managed to beat 4-0. Nuremberg, we managed a 2-1. So even there, we should be putting the Nuremberg game to bed. We should be beating FC Köln. We just couldn't. We should be getting the points against Werder Bremen. We only managed a draw. So I feel like I've got to sort of work out the balance of which players want to play for me and which players don't. And if I feel like a player is playing poorly, then I'll drop him to the bench or drop him to the reserves, bring someone else in. So, for example, Julian Brandt for me right now isn't playing to his full potential and doesn't look happy playing for me at that left mid position. So I'm bringing in Rafael Guerrero, who is absolutely smashing it, scoring loads. So Julian Brandt's going to look at himself and think, if I don't start playing for the boss, he's just going to play somebody else. And that's exactly how it works here, ladies and gentlemen. Harry saying, liking the new logo, great rebrand. Thank you very much. If you guys haven't noticed, we now have, it used to be a blue background. Now it is a orange background. And if you guys haven't noticed in the header and stuff, there is the two liver birds, obviously to have a little bit of Liverpool FC sprinkled on the channel rebrand. And also the actual skyline in the header and things like that is Liverpool City, so where I live. So I've got the Liverpool City in the background, I've got the liver birds for Liverpool, and then of course the MB. If you guys have never noticed that, the white logo that you guys probably see quite a lot, it looks a bit like a heart on top and then a mad design underneath. If you actually turned it like that, it's an M and a B. It's an M with a B attached to it, but I rotated it a little bit so it looks like a heart, and that is for our community. Just a little sneak peek into something there, a little bit of an Easter egg for you guys. That's exactly why I've rotated it. Dozzy saying, class rebrand, mate. Thank you very much, Dozzy. I'm glad that you enjoy it as well. And Starboy Kiki, wow, Brad, I'm really digging the new logo. Well, it seems that all you guys are loving the new logo. You're loving the new rebrand, which are rebranded over YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. So if you haven't checked it on Twitch as well, you can go and check out that. There's also now a screen when I'm not live that says I'm offline, and it's also designed with exactly the same background as all the YouTube stuff and the logo and stuff like that. So a little bit of a rebrand. I've done it because it was of course, on the 23rd of June. It was my birthday. It was also the channel's birthday. I created the channel on my birthday, so we share the birthday. And I thought as a little present, we would give it a rebrand, we'd give it a redesign, and have a new look going forwards ready for FIFA 21. And that is going to be it for the comments, ladies and gentlemen. So we can now look at getting into this game against Lokomotiv Moscow. Also, just want to give you guys a little heads up. You're so used to seeing this green screen. Wait, let's go that way instead. It's probably a little bit easier. See there? You can see the green screen coming in now. You're probably so used to it moving, and sometimes you're seeing it. I did recently get a brand new green screen. Unfortunately, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen it on my story. It's one where it's quite a long case, and you pull it up. It's quite clever, really, but unfortunately it's not wide enough. I'm still using the old green screen for now, which is a pop-up green screen, but in the next week or two I will have a brand new green screen that won't move, that won't rotate, because basically what happens is, guys, it leans against the chair here, so as I move left and right, the green screen rolls, and because it's an oval shape, if it rolls too much, it'll roll out of the frame. So unfortunately that can't be fixed today. But by FIFA 21, and probably in the next week or two, forget about FIFA 21, the next week or two, we will have a brand new green screen, which is all thanks to my girlfriend, to be honest. She's the one that's offered to buy me it. So we won't have to worry about you guys seeing the background anymore. We will have a proper professional, I mean, this is a professional green screen, but we'll have a proper, better professional green screen that doesn't move, so you guys don't have to see the background on the images. But you can now see the lineup we are going to be putting out against Lokomotiv Moscow. We've gone with Haaland up top in the striker position. A little behind him, we've got Enis Bardi in the central attacking midfield. Julian Brandt, Delaney, Witzel and Hazard through the midfield. Schultz, Unju, Akanji and Klosterman at the back, with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Now, with the simulated games, I don't mind playing the likes of Julian Brandt and Witzel, who might not be playing for me, because I don't actually have to use them and control them. And with their high rating, it just means that we're probably in a better position to potentially get the win. But let's get these players warmed up, and let's see if we can kick off today's episode with an incredible win. Can we do it? We lose 1-0. We lose to Lokomotiv Moscow 1-0. Well, that is not great news. But I have to look at it that if we'd have played the game against Lokomotiv Moscow, doesn't necessarily mean that we would have won it. Also, the fact it means then I would have had to simulate a game in the Bundesliga against like Stuttgart because we have to play the RB Leipzig game. If I'd have lost that and then lost to RB Leipzig, we're in a seriously bad position. So at least it gives me a chance now to push on in the Bundesliga. But really, at least a draw over Lokomotiv Moscow was needed. I mean, they go down to 10 men in the 67th minute. It's still 0-0. And we don't manage to push on and actually go and get the win. It's Smolov who scores for them in the 73rd. It doesn't look, the fact that there is only 5 highlights in the top right for you guys, it doesn't look like we had a great game. And I'm just hoping I'm not starting today's episode feeling like I've lost the dressing room, because that's how it felt in the last episode. I've just got to hope now that we can bounce back against Stuttgart, got a comfortable win over them, and then take on RB Leipzig and hopefully look to bag the remaining 6 points in today's episode. So not the best of starts to today's episode, but it was in the hands of the EA gods. It's a simulated game. There's not much we can do about that, but what we have to do is now turn all of our focus to the Bundesliga. We've got a difficult game up next against Stuttgart. We've then got a difficult game against RB Leipzig, who are currently 2 points ahead of us. If we beat Stuttgart, RB Leipzig drop any points in their next game, it puts us in a great position to then potentially go on to beat them and climb even further ahead of them. That's the whole point now. We're down in 4th position. We need to start climbing the table. I do believe it's Bayern Munich that are currently top, so we need to start closing the gap there. And I think we do have to play Bayern soon in the Bundesliga, and we have to make sure there that we do capitalise and bag those 3 very important points against Bayern Munich. We beat them 5-0 in the DFB Pokal. There's no reason why we shouldn't beat them in the Bundesliga. But you can now see the lineup. We've gone with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. A little behind him, we got Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield. Brandt, Delaney, Witsel and Sancho through the midfield. Hakimi, Zagadou, Akanji and Dumfries at the back with Roman Berkey between the sticks. I am giving Julian Brandt a shot again at left mid. He hasn't been playing well for us. At half-time, if I don't feel like he's put in a good shift, off he goes. Rafael Guerreiro comes on and hopefully he can do a lot more damage than Julian Brandt is currently doing for us. Come on, Dortmund. You have to show me that you're willing to push here. 1-0 loss to Lokomotiv Moscow is not, I repeat, not good enough for me being the manager. You have to push on. You have to show me that you want to win these games. You will dig deep in these games as Paco Alcacer does get us kicked off in this first half period. On the inside, beautiful. Going to turn back onto that right foot now, and here goes Sancho now, who's trying to dart away. A little bit of skill here. Great from Sancho. Little ball roll. He's still going. Sancho tries to drill in the near post. A terrible shot in the end. Lovely bit of skill and twisting and turning to get past 2 players, but then a terrible shot in the end. Akanji, Witsel, out wide now to Sancho, who's going to look at pushing on. Let's go, Sancho. You can go here, son. Go on the inside now. Beautiful. Then straight over the top now from Sancho to beautiful ball. Hold the ball, Sancho. Good lad. Whip that ball in now. Beautiful ball in. Looking for Marco Reus towards the back post. Marco Reus is there. Paco Alcacer was there. Unfortunately, no one to follow up to try and win that ball. Here's Reus. Laying off now to Witsel. Onto that right foot. Witsel looks to bend one. Oh, it's just over the bar. Oh, Axel Witsel. 2 decent chances. He's not even putting them on target. He's going to cut back. The beautiful cut back. Back through to Adonis. Through now. Great save, Berkey. Well done. Get the ball, Witsel, and let's get going. Push that ball out and let's move. Move as a unit. Well done there, Zagadou. Well done. And the referee is now going to blow for half-time as we win that ball back in our own box. We have been the much more dominant team. I think we have defended so well. We have attacked well. It's just right now that final last ball, trying to get it through to Paco Alcacer or Marco Reus. It's just not coming off right now. Julian Brandt, for me, has not played well, so he is now going to come off for, as promised, Rafael Guerreiro. It has to happen. Julian Brandt's not playing well for me. I can't continue to play someone that is not playing well. We need to get the 3 points over Stuttgart. The change needs to happen at half-time. Also, FC Köln managed to go 1-0 up against RB Leipzig. They have now equalised, but that means they're only picking up 1 point. If we bagged the 3 points against Stuttgart, we would be on joint points going into that game against RB Leipzig to potentially look to push on and move the gap to 3 points with us taking the lead. It is going to be, though, Stuttgart kicking us off in the second half period, kicking left to right. Let's get it underway. And Dortmund, we need to be more clinical when it comes to shooting. Paco Alcacer, through there now to Guerreiro. Marco Reus, trying to find the overlap there. And Paco Alcacer! Oh, it's a rocket off the post. An absolute rocket. How have we not scored there? It's better. That's probably the best shot we've had so far. But unfortunately just doesn't end up in the back of the net. Don't let them out of here, Marco Reus. To Paco Alcacer. To Guerrero. Who's turned him? Guerrero! Finish it, Reus. Hit it first time. We're not going to get the second shot off. Brion. On the inside now. Let's go, Guerrero. You've tracked back nicely. It's getting there. No! No! Well done, Becky! Second to get rid of it. Oh, my word. Come on, Guerrero. Stand them up. Good lad. Come on, Reus. Get across. Tommy's on it. Into the middle of Castro. Don't let him put this ball in. No, he's skipping past one. He's skipping past two. It's 1-0 Stuttgart. Come on, man.
Well, when you come to a game, you want to see skill like this.
It's absolutely gutting because we should defend a lot better. We've been defending a lot better from there. I think now we've Stuttgart going 1-0 up. We have to look at making these changes now. So, Sancho is going to come off and... No, instead, we're going to change up top. We're going to go Marco Reus for Havertz. I'm going to go Marlen for Paco Alcacer. 1-0 down with 20 minutes to go. We needed to get the 3 points out of this. And as soon as I go 1 or 2-0 down, it honestly feels like a long way back. But all I can do is hope that this team now realise that the 1 or 2 chances Stuttgart have had, they've punished us. We haven't been clinical enough. We have to change this. In this last 20 minutes, here's Havertz. Go through there to Marlen. Beautiful. Come on. Come on, Marlen. Go on, son. Go on. Here we go. Play it out wide now. Oh, why are we not running with that ball, lads? Why aren't we continuing the run? There we go. We've got it. It's Delaney. To Witzel. To Havertz. To Guerrero. Come on, Guerrero. Hit it, son. Yes! Come on! Rafael Guerrero, the man that is on fire for us at the moment, has brought it back to 1-1. Great ball from Havertz. Guerrero does well to pull it back onto the right foot and bury it in the far right corner. Well done. We are back in it. We've got 5 minutes to find those 3 points. Come on, lads. Oh, no. I've lost that ball. I've lost it. Win it now. Play it through. Come on, Guerrero. You're gone. Come on, please. Please. I've got to find something from here. I've got to find something from here. Pull it back. On the inside. We've got a corner in the 90th minute. Let's go short with this ball and then try and put it in. Come on. Short pass. Marlen. Little ball in now towards the back post. It's a keeper that comes out and collects it. It's over. As soon as the keeper kicks it, it's done. He kicks it at Div Davi as well. And it could have easily ended up in the back of the net if the referee didn't blow his whistle. 1 point against Stuttgart. It's not good enough, especially because I'm pretty sure RB Leipzig scored a second to make it 2-1, meaning they have now pushed the gap from 2 points to 4 points, meaning even if we beat them, we will not be able to overtake them. I think that was the case. I will have to check it out. But we have 8 shots 4 on target compared to their 5 shots 4 on target. On paper, it's probably a very level, even game. Rafael Guerrero once again picks up man of the match with an 8.6 rating. He come on at half time. He played his heart out a lot better than Julian Brandt did. But unfortunately, we just didn't manage to find that second goal. And we do only manage a 1-1 draw against VfB Stuttgart. Well, if there's ever a time this season where we need the win and need the 3 points, it's this game away from home against RB Leipzig. They are now on 27 points. They have pushed the gap to 4 points clear of us in 4th position. The big issue here is we have Bayern, Frankfurt and RB Leipzig, who are pretty tight at the top. They're like a group of 3. But then 4th, 5th and 6th, us being on 23, Bayer Leverkusen being on 23, and also FC Köln being on 21. Our 3 is pretty tight. I need to get into that top 3 if I have any hope of us winning the Bundesliga this season. Now, although we are only 11 games in, being 11 games in and already struggling against teams like losing to FC Köln, who, okay, are in 6th position and having a great run right now, that's fine, but we still lost. We then come against Werder Bremen. We only manage a draw. Not good enough. We then go 1-0 down in that game against Stuttgart. Yes, we pull it back, but 1-1 against Stuttgart. Stuttgart are where in the league? Like, we should be beating Stuttgart and breezing past it. Werder Bremen at 8th. Okay, maybe a draw was fair there. But Stuttgart down in 12th. We should really be bagging those very 3 important points. So I've just got to hope going into this game against RB Leipzig, a few changes have been made. I hope the players are going to play for me. I hope we're going to play our heart out. But most importantly, I hope we come away with these 3 points, because I feel like this is probably the most important game so far this season for Breakpoint, because if RB Leipzig beat us, that gap goes from 4 to 7. And to close a gap of 7 points means RB Leipzig would have to lose 3 games and we would have to win 2 and draw 1 just to catch 3rd place RB Leipzig. The teams above them are just going to continue to push and squeeze and push that gap further and further apart. So we cannot afford right now to lose this game against RB Leipzig. We have to bring this back to just 1 point between us and 3rd position RB Leipzig. But you can now see the team I'm putting out. We've got Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. The captain Marco Reus behind him in the central attacking midfield. Guerrero, De Hood, Witsel and Sancho through the midfield. Schultz, Hummels, Akanji and Dumfries at the back with Berkey between the sticks. You can see 2 players remaining in the team that haven't been recently. Is Guerrero now coming back in for Julian Brandt and De Hood coming in, because unfortunately I just feel like De Hood and Guerrero feel like they want to play for me. Delaney and Julian Brandt on the left side of the pitch don't feel like they want to play for me. So I'd rather risk playing low-rated players that want to play their heart out and run from the first whistle to the very end whistle than playing 2 players that are higher rated that just don't seem to want to put in the effort to get us the win. So hopefully by making these changes we can get the important win against RB Leipzig. I need a better performance from you here, lads. I need a better performance. If I didn't feel in the last episode like I was losing the dressing room, how am I meant to feel in today's episode? A simulated game that was a loss. A played game against Stuttgart that was a draw. And now we're taking on 3rd position RB Leipzig, who are in fabulous form right now. They were 1-0 down to FC Köln and managed to beat them 2-1. So they are on fire at the moment. Timo Werner is going to look to punish us up top. It's going to be a very difficult game, but we have to dig deep and we have to get the win. Marco Reus turns his man. That's a beautiful turn there. But Sancho through the gap now. We're not going to be able to get it through. As it now comes to Umkano. A little bit of skill from Marco Reus to get it onto his right foot, to bend it. It's over the bar. Marco Reus just did that midfielder and defender. Broke their legs to get into a great position on his right foot and looks to bend it into the top right corner. Unfortunately, couldn't keep it down. De Hood out wide now to Guerrero, who's now pushing forward. Just go football. Let's go now to Marco Reus onto his right foot. Marco Reus looks to bend one this time. Marco Reus is going to put home. Get in there. And Marco Reus looks to be running. Where? I don't know. He's going to celebrate with the fans at the sideline. Oh, beautiful. Great ball there. Marco Reus gets ahead of Gomez onto that right foot. And we know that Marco Reus on the edge of the box, on that powerful right foot, can bend them into the top right corner. He had a chance early on and didn't manage to do it. But second time lucky in the 8th minute, he puts us 1-0 up. This is a better start. Come across now. Nicely done. Nicely. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a straight red for Nico Schultz. I knew it was definitely a card. A red, I'm not sure. I tried to get the ball. Eyes are on the ball. I've called the player. Guerrero up the line. This is beautiful. Let's get them on the counter now if we can. Got a Witsel. Witsel now going right out wide to Sancho through the middle there to Paco Alcacer. This is a beautiful bit of counter-attacking football. Paco Alcacer. You've got to put that home, son. Got to put it home. Here's Guerrero. De Hood. Witsel. De Hood. Witsel. Marco Reus onto that right foot again. Looks to bend it. Go on, Sancho. I don't know why Sancho stopped running there. Don't know why he stopped running. Come on, apply the pressure. Apply the pressure. Squeeze them out. Squeeze them out. Well done, Dumfries. Go now, Sancho. Let's move. Great, great, great. Let's go again. Go through there now to Sancho. Here we go. And if Marco Reus wants to keep up, it should be an easy pass towards the back post. Come on, Marco. Keep with me. Got it back on the inside now to Paco Alcacer. They've put bodies on the line and kept us out. Oh, my God. Well done, Alcacer. Well done. Find the pass. It's Marco Reus. He's going to drop the shoulder onto his left foot. He tries to hit it. This time, second time he gets it. It's 2-0. And we've only got 10 men. Oh, well done, Marco. Come on! Woo! I didn't think he was going to get that first shot. It was a great ball, and he turns his man. Gomez stays tight to him. Gomez gets a touch to it, but only pushes it ahead into Marco Reus, who eventually gets his shot off a target. He is off balance, but manages to do very well to put it in the back of the net in the 42nd minute. Marco Reus on for his hat-trick here. A little bit of skill. Still Marco Reus. Still going. Marco Reus on his right foot. Marco Reus gets his hat-trick in the first half. Wow! A solo goal from Marco Reus there, who skips past 2 or 3 players with a little bit of skill to get it onto that rocket to a right foot that he's got. Look at this, bit of skill to get past one. Gomez pushes it out wide. Gomez slides in. Marco Reus has already pushed the ball too far ahead of him and manages to bury it in the top left corner. A hat-trick in the first 45 minutes. I would say that Marco Reus is 3 of the best. It's Coman. Well done, Dumfries. Let's push on now. Let's go to Sancho. Sancho, go Sancho. Sancho now through on goal. Here comes Sancho. Marco Reus towards the back post. Slides it in. Marco Reus. It's 4 of the best. This is an unbelievable performance from Dortmund. I think we found the right balance. Julian Brandt and Delaney being taken out of the team is massive for us, and it's just going to show. I'm pretty sure the referee is going to blow for half-time any minute. He does. It's 4-0 against third position RB Leipzig. And I'm pretty sure if I looked back at when we played Bayern Munich, which I will actually do right now since I have it in front of me. The game against Bayern Munich, we didn't play Julian Brandt on the left wing. We played Alcacer, Reus, Sancho and Guerrero. We beat them 5-0. Then in the game against RB Leipzig, we played Havertz, and we also did play Guerrero. We didn't play Sancho, we didn't play Brandt, and we did manage to win 4-0. So realistically, I can see that Julian Brandt for us right now is a massive problem. 9 shots, 7 on target. We are dominating with only 10 men on the pitch. I think that Marco Reus does deserve a well and truly rest. We'll bring him off now for Kai Havertz to play at that central attacking midfield role, and hopefully Kai Havertz plays as well as Marco Reus doesn't get into the positions. I have no doubt as Paco Alcacer gets us kicked off in the second half, the Havertz will find a goal or 2 at that central attacking midfield role. Alcacer, De Hood, Witzel, through now, let's play it through there to Sancho, who's going to hit the first time! It's 5-0. Havertz in the right place at the right time, played it through from Witzel, straight into Havertz, who just lays it off to Sancho, who with the pace of him sprinting at the ball, look at this, ball through, just taps it and lays it off, and boom! We're going to get 4 great angles of this shot. It's brilliant from Jadon Sancho. Brilliant. Boom. Well done, Jadon Sancho. I think we have found the team, the starting 11, that fits and works well for us. Haaland does very well to hold him up. Haaland through now to Witzel. Witzel now come forward. Let's go out wide now to Torgan Hazard. Back on the inside to Witzel. Witzel to finish. It should be 6-0. It's not, but you know what? We'll take it. On the inside now to Haaland. Havertz now pushing forward. And here comes Kai Havertz, who's just going to absolutely run through these defenders. Kai Havertz through a goal. Akanji, who's now going to loop this one forward, and I'm not even going to get the chance to put a ball over the top to look for Haaland or Havertz. The referee is going to blow his full-time whistle. Marco Reus is going to pick up man of the match and the match ball. 7 attempts, 4 goals. An absolutely outstanding performance from the captain Marco Reus. 3 goals in the first half, giving him his hat-trick. A second goal. In fact, it was 4 goals in the first half. He managed to score twice in the 45th minute. We have 12 shots, 10 on target. 3 shots, 1 on target for RB Leipzig. Marco Reus well and truly picking up man of the match with a well-deserved 10.0 rating. I ask myself why we can't get the 3 points against Stuttgart. Why we can't get the 3 points against Lokomotiv Moscow. Why we can't get the 3 points against FC Köln. Why we can't get the 3 points against Werder Bremen. When we can beat Bayern Munich 5-0 in the DFB Pokal and we can beat RB Leipzig 5-0 in the Bundesliga. That is exactly what I needed from my team. I needed them to turn up, show me that they are willing to fight till the last kick of the game. And the lineup that I just put out there against RB Leipzig did exactly that. And moving forwards, that will probably be our starting 11 for a fair few games until we can start edging the likes of Delaney and Julian Brandt back into this team, and they show me that they are going to fight and show me the heart and the passion that they want to go on and win these important games in the Bundesliga. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. A very shaky start again to today's episode, but a great way to finish with absolutely battering RB Leipzig 5-0. I couldn't ask for anything more. Now, unfortunately, with the next game being against Dynamo Kiev in the Champions League, we can't currently see the standings in the Bundesliga, but we will go and take a quick look at how the league is looking as we end today's episode. So we are still remaining in fourth, which is great. Wow, Leverkusen and Kane have started to drop down. They must have lost or drew games as VfL Wolfsburg now come forward. We've got a 2-point gap between them, which is nice. We've only now got a 1-point gap between us and third, which we definitely could do with closing in the next episode. Frankfurt, it's looking a little bit tough. 5 points difference between us and them in second position. And then you've got the big giants, FC Bayern Munich, who are absolutely bossing around. I mean, what can we do to catch Bayern Munich? Even when we play them, 3 points would only take us, let's say they were our next game, to 29. They're still going to be 4 points ahead. 7-point gap. It's very, very difficult. Very difficult. We would need Bayern Munich to lose at least 2 games, and we would have to capitalise and win both of those games. And to be honest, in the games that we've played, like against FC Köln, Stuttgart, we're not capitalising. We're not getting those 3 important points. So it is going to be a very, very difficult run in this season to a Dortmund. I can feel it already. We're scoring plenty of goals. We're not conceding many. We've only conceded 6 this season. Got a goal difference of 20. We're really in a great position. We just put 5 past RB Leipzig, which has really, really hit them hard. But I think if in the next episode or 2, we can climb above RB Leipzig and we can start trying to close the gap between Frankfurt, then we're certainly going in the right direction. And that is really what we need to be doing. We need to be closing the gap as tight as we can at the top, regardless of what Bayern Munich are doing. Eventually, we just have to hope that they slip up, they start spiralling downhill, and they start losing points. But we will take a look at the games in the next episode. We take on Dynamo Kiev at home for the first game in the Champions League group stage game. We then take on Hertha BSC at home in the Bundesliga. Wow. And then Wolfsburg, who have currently just moved into 4th right behind us, away from home, also in the Bundesliga. So a very, very difficult choice again as to which game we simulate and which 2 games we play. Wolfsburg we could do with playing, because if we play Wolfsburg and get the win, the 2-point gap between us grows to 5, which is nice. We want to start edging away as the top 5, or maybe the top 4, should I say. We want to start breaking a gap between 5th and 6th, really, so we can have a little bit of breathing space. So probably need to play that Wolfsburg game. Dynamo Kiev is a risk to simulate, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to simulate the game against Dynamo Kiev, play Hertha BSC, and then play Wolfsburg. I think that is the best move for me, because then we have 2 more games in the Bundesliga. I can concentrate on trying to get 6 out of 6 points, 2 out of 2 wins, and then we just hope that the simulated game against Dynamo Kiev pays off. Now, they have only drawn 1 game throughout these whole 4 games. So for our 5th game, we should really do a job over Dynamo Kiev. And if we do, Chelsea are now currently level with joint top. But like I said, as long as we get... Let me try and work it out actually. As long as we draw... In fact, can Lokomotiv Moscow even catch us? There's 6 points left up for grabs. Yes, they can, but they would have to beat Chelsea. And if they beat Chelsea and we beat Dynamo Kiev, then we would potentially look to finish top of the Champions League group stage. I don't think they're going to beat Chelsea. So realistically, as long as we get a point at Dynamo Kiev, we are guaranteed, because Lokomotiv Moscow would have to beat Chelsea and then we'd have a gap on Chelsea. Or if Chelsea beat Lokomotiv Moscow, there's no way with only 1 game to go that Lokomotiv Moscow could finish in the top 2, because they would only have 4 points. Plus, if they won their last game, the 6th game, they would go up to 7 points. There's no way that they can catch us. So really, a Chelsea and Lokomotiv Moscow draw and a win for us against Dynamo Kiev would be perfect, because that would guarantee us, A, we're getting through to the knockout stages, and B, we should then go on to finish top of the group stage, depending on how the game against Chelsea goes. But we would be guaranteed a knockout stage Champions League of football, which is exactly what we're aiming to do this season. But I think that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.